Today I would like to focus on College of the Canyons and to show you what an excellent school you have the luck to be attending. So we're going to take a look at the scorecard for some schools in our area, and you can take a look more leisurely at this if you go to scorecard.cccc, that's four of them, cccco.edu. And then you just select the college that you want. So here we are at Antelope Valley College, and I want to point out a couple things. You want to look at the current profile. You want to look at remedial. That's the percentage of students who had to take a less than college level math or English course. And it tells you the percentage and the number of students that they tracked. It also tells you the percentage of students for whom English is a second language. And it breaks each of these down by gender, age, and ethnicity or race. So that's Antelope Valley College. Then here we can take a look at Los Angeles Mission College and see their breakdown and their remedial scores. And then we can take a look at Santa Monica College and see their breakdown and their remedial scores. And here's College of the Canyons with our breakdown and our remedial scores. The other thing it's important to look at, and you can certainly look at all these tabs, but the other thing that's really important is the degree transfer. So you can take a look at, for those who were prepared for college, so they did not have to take a lower than college level math or English course, this percentage of students either completed a degree or a certificate and or they transferred, and then the percentage for unprepared. And we can see that for each of these other schools. Now I'm going to show you a table in a minute that compares all of these, but you can take a look at these at your leisure should you wish to look up another school. Okay, so let's take a look at that information, but in this table form, so it's easier to compare. So if we look at what percentage are male, of course, the other are female or unknown. There were a few unknowns there, people who declined to state or stated something and they didn't code it. So a little over half of the students at College of the Canyons are male, 54.6, about 40% at Antelope Valley College, 38.5% at Mission, and about not quite 45% at Santa Monica. So we have the highest percentage of male students. Then if we take a look at just some of the selected racial or ethnic groups here, we see that we have not quite 5% African American, Antelope Valley is not quite 19, Mission is under 3, and Santa Monica is a little under 9. We can see the comparison of Asian, so we're sort of in the middle here. Santa Monica has the most at 13.6. Hispanic, we have 45.5. Antelope is not quite half. Mission, look at that, they're over 3/4 Hispanic, and Santa Monica is about a third. If we look at whites, we're a little over a third at 35%. AB is not quite a quarter at 22. Mission is very low at 10.7, and Santa Monica not quite a third at 32. Then we can take a look at the number of students that go to each college. So we have about 15,900 students, so 16,000 students. Antelope Valley is only about 11.6. Mission's just under 7,000. And Santa Monica is 22,000. Now there's a point. Yes, of course, we can't have a decimal point of a student, but the way they calculate this is these are full-time equivalent students. So if you have 2 students who each take 6 units, they count as 1 full-time equivalent student. But then if you have another student who only takes 3 units or 6 units or 9 units, they count as a portion of a student. So that's how we get decimal points there. Then this is really interesting. We can take a look at class size, and College of the Canyons and Santa Monica, are right neck and neck at 27 and 28. So 27 or 28 students per class is the median class size. Antelope Valley College is much lower. They have much smaller classes, which should be a good thing because you get more attention from the professor. Mission has very large average class size. Our largest regular lecture class is usually limited to 35. Sometimes you get a couple more if the professor adds some students. But this is the average, the median class size at Mission, so I find that to be quite large. So here's one thing that I think is really important to look at. This is the unprepared for college math and unprepared for college English. And if you notice, College of the Canyons has the highest percentages in these categories. So we have the biggest challenge in helping our students come up to college level. And we do have a whole host of resources for our students to take advantage of. The TLC has many English and math tutors. And if students who were unprepared for college math and English, even some students who are prepared, would take advantage and make it a regular choice to take all of their papers to the English tutors, that would really help them learn better writing skills. It would improve their papers right there in the short term, but in the long term, it would really improve their writing skills. Same thing if you have a math class. Build into your schedule doing your homework in the TLC so you're there with the tutors and you can ask a question right when it comes up and you don't have to struggle through your math homework. It's a free service to you. Why would you not use it? You can see that we are pretty high in English as a second language, but Santa Monica is much higher. They have 53% of their students claim English as a second language. So these are English language learners. These are students that have a challenge with English. These are not people who are absolutely proficient in 2 or more languages. These are people who are still learning English and are not proficient. So we have quite the challenge with unprepared students. Well, the good news is we're really meeting that challenge. So if you take a look at of our college prepared students and of our unprepared for college students, so these students up here, we have the highest percentages. So we have the biggest challenge here, but we are really meeting that challenge and doing a very good job in that. So be proud that you go to College of the Canyons. When we compare ourselves to schools around us, we compare very nicely. And certainly take advantage of all of the services that we have to offer here. As you go through the chapters for this week and the module for this week, think about education and the economy and how they're very intertwined. So when you look at Mission College and how many students they have in each class, what's going on there? Are they not getting the funding that these other schools are getting in order to have these smaller class sizes of 24, 27, and 28? What's the social problem that's operating? For whom is this a social problem? Who's benefiting from this social problem? What's a possible solution for this problem? Also, don't forget to continue to work on your group project, communicate with your group, work on your shared document that you've created in the collaborations, and please let me know if you have any questions. Also, don't forget to take time or save time to take your group project to the TLC to have the English tutors give it a once-over.